Hey everybody, it's John from the Gloucester Library, and for today's Let's Draw a treasure chest. Alright, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the kind of cube type shape for our treasure chest. So to draw like the opening, go ahead and draw a side and then another side, following the same angle and length as best you can, and then meet those with lines that go across. And that's going to be like the inside of our chest. And do this in pencil if you can, so that you can go back and erase this part, so we can maybe have some like treasure piled up in there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is draw the front and the side that we see of the treasure chest. So that's going to come down like this. And another line on this, another line on this side coming down, about the same length. And same thing here, just like that. And then we'll have them meet at the bottom. So this side will come across to meet with this one, and this one will come across and meet with this one. And now we've got our bottom part of the treasure chest. Now for the top, we're going to have it opened up. So kind of using these as a guide for length, let's have it come up like that. Same thing for this, come up, and then have it go across and meet. And the lid's going to be kind of curved, but first I'm going to have a little bump that comes out here, a little bump there, have it come in just a little lines having it come in just a little bit, and then sort of a curved shape, a crescent shape there, and a C shape to finish it off there. And then we're going to see the inside of it. So we're going to have this shape shown in here. So it's going to come down, come in a little bit, and then circle, just like that. And we can draw like a little line that goes across to connect them. Maybe a little line here, just like that. You probably have some little hinges here, so you can do like a little bump on either side to show the hinges. Maybe a couple lines in there just to show those are hinges where it opens up. And I did these bumps here because I wanted to do the type of treasure chest where like it has metal frame holding the little wood slats together. So I'm going to have this kind of go around like this, and kind of like follows the inside of the shape of the shape there, the side. And I'm going to do little circles for rivets. They're holding it together, and have some come across this curve too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to kind of follow the inside line, just like that, and add some rivets. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Now for the front, before I draw the metal outside there, I'm going to draw the lock. So I'm going to have a little curve come out here, and another line to connect it. So it's a little piece of metal, little loop coming out where the lock is. And then I'm going to have an open lock coming out of that. So it's another loop shape overlapping it. And take your time with this. This can be kind of tricky. And then I'm going to have this going in and stopping right there. And I'm drawing a little metal plate that it rests on. And like some little circles for rivets that are holding that on. And then this part of my lock, I'm going to do a curve here just to show that's where it ends. And then it goes into the padlock part here at the top. So I'm going to draw the front of it. And it's going to be, I'm going to do like a curved bottom one. And then a circle shape here to show the end of it. And then to show the thickness, the dimension, like we've done with our whole chest, we're going to do a line that comes back here, a line that comes back here, go across to where they meet, and have a line that comes up to the same thickness there to give it a little dimension. And then draw a little hole. That's where that part would fit into the lock. And let's draw a little keyhole shape. So you can see how it got unlocked. So we'll draw a circle and then a triangle that connects into the bottom of that circle for our little keyhole shape. Now let's draw that same frame here using the lines that we already have for the edges as a guide. There we go. And then I'm going to do the rivets, the same here, since I have 6 going down. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then going across, I'm trying to keep it the same on both sides as best I can. I'm going to start here, do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then try to follow as best you can with those. 1, 2, 3, maybe do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. And then I'm going to draw the slats going across, the wood slats. I'm going to say there's just going to be 1 line, 2 lines, so just 1, 2, 3 slats that go across. Same across here. Do 1 and 2 to divide it up and make our 3 slats there. And then to connect inside here, you'd usually put a line down, but that would be if it's empty. This one's not empty. This is going to be full of treasure. So just to do that first, let's do some rounded shapes like this that go into our treasure chest. And then go back, and the parts that are inside of these rounded shapes, erase them, because they're not going to show through. Those parts of the treasure chest are going to be covered up by our gold coins that we have in here. There we go. So just erasing them like that. And now we can go back in and draw like the slats in the top as well. So these ones, the 3, you're going to see the lines very, very close together. 1 and 2. So just 2 lines, but makes up the 3 slats there. And then here we'll just have, say, 1 line that goes across. So for this, we'll say this is made of 1 down the middle, and then 2, so it makes 2 big slats that make up that side. And then the top, this one can be however many you want, but I'm going to make them further apart, since these are skinny because they're close together here, but these ones I'm going to make further apart since you're not seeing it as an extreme angle as that one. So I'm going to give them some space as they're going across. Maybe just 2, 3 lines. And these ones a little bit closer together because it's curving on the top there. Alright. Now we can do like the detail of our gold inside. Now you don't have to do every single little coin, but do some little oval shapes in there throughout, just to show that you got some coins. Maybe overlap a few of them and just do like little hints at them. Like not all of them have to be fully drawn out for all your treasure there. Alright. And I'm just going to do a simple line like it's resting on a pile of sand. So I'm just going to do like a lumpy line coming up to it on either side. And that's it. There we go. Now let's give it some color. So what I'm going to do, I'll do my background really quick first. I'm I'm going to do a sky blue color. Let's say we found it in the day, and we discovered our treasure during the day. And I'm going to pick an airbrush. I'm only picking this because I can fill it in with color quickly, so you don't have to watch me coloring for a long time. But if you're working with colored pencils or crayons, things like that, just go ahead and go lightly at first, like press down lightly. And then when you want to have more the darker part or the shadow part, where I'm going to have it darker here where it meets my sand, I'm going to press down harder. That's where you press down harder to make it darker. I'm kind of using like little circular motions so that it's not like this, so you don't have a bunch of lines going across, but like some little, if you get some little bubbly shapes in there, it's less distracting for a sky. Now those lines going straight back and forth will be good coming up though. We can use those for the slats and the metal strips on our chest, and that'll help with that. So we got our sky. I'm going to use like a very light tan color for my sand. There we go. That'll work. Fill that in really quick. It's really light. And then just dark around my chest for like the shadow. There we go. And if you have a darker brown, maybe add that in there too, just to give it more shadow in the sand. Sometimes, no matter, with the tan, you can only press down so much, and it's only going to stay. It's going to be a darker shade of that tan, but it's not going to get dark enough sometimes for a shadow. So you might have to use a darker brown for that. All right, and I'm going to do the another brown color for the slats in our wood. And for that, kind of follow the lines of the slats when you're doing it. So lightly follow the lines as you're doing it. See, I'm going with the flow of it, going with the lines of it. And same with here. Just going with the lines. There we go. And now for the parts where I want to make it darker, I'm going to press down harder. And also maybe I'll pick a darker shade too if I have it. So press down harder. There we go. And this part inside I'm going to make fairly dark because it's being covered by the light. So yeah, let's make that fairly dark in there. Same right here. Darken it in. There we go. And just dark where the slats are, like maybe where the metal is overlapping a little, just like that. See, I'm just following the lines. Following the lines for the slats. Except for right here around the plate for the lock, and where the lock is resting against it. There we go. Alright, now let's do like maybe a gold type color, like a yellow gold color for the outside part. Or, no, so that our gold stands out. Let's pick like a gray. Let's pick, say it's like a gray metal on the outside. So I really want my gold to stand out. So again, I'm following the lines of that, crossed, down, using those as kind of like a guide for the direction that my strokes of color are being applied. There we go. Crossed, and with the curve of that, there we go. Maybe I'll pick like a black and use that to shade in. Oh, with this, Just be careful how hard you press down, because you don't want to press down super hard and have like a very, very dark black like we used for the lines. So just like progressively press harder until you get the shade that you want. For your shadows. There we go. A little shadow underneath there. Shadow there where they meet. Shadow at the bottom. There we go. Alright. And now let's pick like a gold color for our gold. There we go. So I'm going to fill it in real quick with like a gold yellow color. I just realized that I missed the inside of that with that brown. So I'm going to grab my brown again and fill in the little parts here that I missed on the inside of our treasure chest. There we go. Alright. And then for the shadows in our gold, I'm going to pick like a deeper shade, maybe like almost a little bit of a brown orange type, like a brown would work, like a light brown, just for the shadow parts. So you can go in and add some shadows to the coins. Maybe add some more little coin shapes in there while you're at it with your crayons or colored pencils. Alright, there we go. So there is our treasure chest. Alright, I hope you enjoyed today's Let's Draw, and I hope to see you next time.